Social media and its negative effects on your health. Social media can have a negative effect on our mental health. There are some considerations you should make when using social media, such as not comparing your life with others. It is important to take into account that it is not the fault of the social media platforms for this. They do not know how they will be using them in the future, and they cannot predict all of the effects they will have on people in general. What is social media? Social media is a term that has been used to define a newer form of social interaction. It is a form of social networking that takes place online and through mobile devices. Social media is a set of internet-based applications that build on the ideological foundations of peer-to-peer computing, user-generated content, and the sharing economy. These technologies allow individuals, groups, organizations, and businesses to share information, ideas, personal messages, images, videos, and other content with others in their network. Social media is a great tool that has been used to connect people from all over the world. It is also a place where people can express themselves and share their opinions. The health risks from social media. The health risks from social media have been a topic of discussion for years now. Research has shown that social media might be a factor in producing high levels of anxiety and depression among its users. Research found that the more time people spend on these sites, the more likely they are to feel socially isolated and have lower levels of self-esteem. The study also found that those who use social media as an escape from their real-life issues are more susceptible to feelings of inadequacy or disappointment when they compare themselves to others' content on sites like Instagram or Facebook. In some cases, social media might lead to negative behaviors. Social media addiction and mental illness. Social media addiction is a real problem. It is something that affects people of all ages and demographics. It may not be the most common mental illness, but it's one of the most prevalent. Social media addiction can lead to isolation, depression, and anxiety. People who are addicted to social media are at risk for developing an eating disorder, which is something that has serious implications on their health. Facebook may be one of the hardest social networks to quit because it's designed to be addictive in many different ways. How to avoid the negative effects of social media. Social media has played a major role in the lives of people since its inception. With the dawn of social media, people have been able to connect with others from across the globe. However, this too has its negative effects on people's mental health. One study found that people who use social media for more than 2 hours a day are at risk of depression and anxiety. There are some simple steps that one can take to avoid these negative effects of social media. One way is to disconnect from the internet after every use. This will help one's brain rest and recharge. Another way is to take regular breaks from scrolling through posts or pictures on social media. It may seem hard at first, but eventually it will become easier for one's brain to focus. Social media has been around for more than a decade, and while we can all agree that it has impacted our lives in different ways, we cannot ignore the negative aspects of social media. The lack of privacy and increased mental health concerns are two major issues. The constant comparison and the need to fit into society's ideals has also had a negative impact on people. In the next decade, social media will have a huge impact on how people communicate with each other.